Who was Ivanka Trump? Her modeling, relationship with Donald and the building of her empire. She proved to be a winning asset to Donald Trump's presidential campaign, but just who is his daughter Ivanka? The 35-year-old is a mother of three, an integral cog in the Trump business empire and a successful fashion mogul in her own right. She's also a New York Times best-selling author, a TV personality and has over 2 million followers on Twitter. Ivanka was born in Manhattan, New York in 1981 to Donald and his first wife Ivana. She is sister to Donald and Eric and half-sister to Tiffany and Barron. She went to boarding school before studying economics at an Ivy League college and she dabbled in modeling before joining the family business. Now, she is Executive Vice President of Development and Acquisitions in her father's real estate business and she's firm friends with Chelsea Clinton, Hillary's daughter. In a Vogue article last year, Chelsea said, "She's always aware of everyone around her and ensuring that everyone is enjoying the moment. It's an awareness that in some ways reminds me of my dad, and his ability to increase the joy of the room." There's nothing skin deep about Ivanka. And I think that's a real tribute to her because certainly anyone as gorgeous as she is could have probably gone quite far being skin deep. Ivanka is Jewish, having converted to the religion prior to marrying her husband Jared Kushner, and the pair are parents to Arabella, 5, Joseph, 3, and Theodore, who was born in March 2016. Speaking about her husband last year she said, "His own dreams are bold, and I love that in someone, but he's incredibly relaxed and calm. The world could be collapsing around him, and nothing phases him. He's very solution-oriented. Plus it was nice finding someone who is a genuinely good person. I don't take that for granted. I feel really lucky to have met, like, a great New Jersey boy." She says they observe the Sabbath and spend the entire weekend as a family, playing together and going for walks. During the week Ivanka is busy juggling working for her father's empire with running her own fashion business. She also has a lifestyle website and has appeared regularly on The Apprentice and The Celebrity Apprentice. Commentators say that her father relies on her so much that, while her stepmother Melania, 46, will be the First Lady, it will be Ivanka who holds the power of the title. Family friend business magnate Carl Icahn told The Sun, "I think her father really listens to her, and when I say listens to her, I mean I think her father respects her a great deal, and not just because she's his daughter." As well as proving to have a head for business, she's also enjoyed life as a successful model. She graced her first magazine cover in 1997 appearing in 17, and she went on to model for the likes of Versace and Thierry Mugler. During her modeling days, Ivanka took part in a photo shoot for Dazed magazine shot by controversial photographer Terry Richardson. He persuaded her, along with Shalom Hall, Bridget Hall and Eva Hertzegova, to donate a pint of blood during the shoot, and snapped the models as they were hooked up to the fourth. In 2005, pictures of Ivanka Trump appeared to show something different about her face, a slimmed-down nose. Rumors of 2 possible rhinoplasties have swirled ever since, though Ivanka herself has never addressed the speculation. She was also alleged to have undergone a boob job in 2007, after appearing at the Golden Globes with a larger bust. Defending Trump's sexism. During her time on the presidential campaign trail, Ivanka was forced to deny that her father was sexist several times. But when the audio of Donald boasting about grabbing them by the PY emerged, Ivanka branded his comments clearly inappropriate and offensive. "I'm glad that he acknowledged this fact with an immediate apology to my family and the American people," she added. When asked how she coped with allegations of her father's non-consensual sexual activity, including the claim that he once assaulted a 13-year-old girl, she replied, "The greatest comfort I have is the fact that I know my father. Most of the people who write about him don't. I do." But Ivanka has made a few mistakes during her time in the spotlight. In September 2016 she credited Emma Watson with a quote from rabbinic sage Hillel the Elder, one of the most important figures in Jewish history. While Emma had used the quote in a speech to the United Nations in 2014, Ivanka was ridiculed online for not knowing where the famous words had come from. The relationship between Donald and Ivanka has been heavily scrutinized over the years. A Vanity Fair photoshoot that took place when she was 15 showed the two of them snuggled up together with Ivanka cupping her dad's face and gazing at him lovingly, in front of a statue of two fornicating parrots. Their father-daughter bond took a further twist when, in 2004, Donald described his then 23-year-old daughter to radio show host Howard Stern as voluptuous. "She's actually always been very voluptuous," Trump told Stern in response to a question about her possible breast implants. "She's tall, she's almost 6 feet tall and she's an amazing beauty." Stern asked whether he could call Ivanka a piece of ass, to which Trump said he could. Ivanka cut short the one-to-one with Cosmopolitan magazine after finding some of the questions around her father's historic comments about maternity pay veer a little too close for comfort. The interviewer asked, in 2004, Donald Trump said that pregnancy is an inconvenient thing for a business. "It's surprising to see this policy from him today. Can you talk a little about those comments, and perhaps what has changed?" Ivanka then replied, "So I think that you have a lot of negativity in these questions. So I don't know how useful it is to spend too much time with you on this, if you're going to make a comment like that." She went on to say the question had been an unfair characterization of his track record and his support of professional women. When the reporter pressed further, Ivanka snapped, "Well, you said he made those comments. I don't know that he said those comments." Shortly afterwards, she drew the interview to a close and left. Ivanka Trump's plans for power. During the run-up to the election, Ivanka proved popular with the public and was described as the shining star of the Trump family ensemble. She's also been dubbed the real First Lady, and she was described by Vanity Fair as a proxy wife, and Trump himself even suggested she could have a role in his new cabinet. He said, "I can tell you, everybody would say, put Ivanka in, put Ivanka in. You know that, right? She's very popular, she's done very well, and you know Ivanka very well." However, it appears that Ivanka wants to stay focused on the Trump Organization. She confirmed to Fast Company in October 2016 that she had plans to be a part of Donald's presidential team, explaining, "I don't intend to be part of the government," and saying her role in the campaign was that of a daughter and an executive who has worked alongside him. But many are already asking if she'll run for president one day. Maybe she'll be the one to smash the highest of glass ceilings.